what's going on, guys? It's your boy Tim Aslan here with another crypto update. Guys, I hope you've been well. Hope you had a great weekend. It's late here, it's about 6 p.m., but I think this is a pretty important update, so I wanted to make it. Um, we're at a very, very key point in the chart. So let's quickly review what happened in the last week and then go into what's happening right now. So in the last week, we were kind of down here. I shared on Twitter that I was looking for one more little push right here, break this wick, and then get a relief rally. And unfortunately, that got front ran by a bit. The reason for that also was the previous monthly open was at that point, and yeah, just didn't get that move down. But the place where we bounced from was not a significant technical area. Let me see. I think it was below the 786 also. Yeah, so below the 786. Not a lot of technical reason for this bounce down here. And unfortunately, I did not catch anything on this move up. However, if you've been following the videos and Twitter, you should be positioned in this Ethereum long. So perfectly tapped this purple box and got a great move up. So yeah, that was the only bullish thing that I had. Other than that, I did not fully expect this like ginormous pump. Um, yeah, pretty crazy to be honest. So yeah, pretty much now we've got this crazy pump. Back when we were here on Twitter, I shared, this is a pretty significant resistance. This was the previous all-time high that, was support and resistance for a while. And as you can see, we did have some trouble in that area and then eventually pumped up again. Came back down. This was the 618 of this move. So this technical got respected. So if you shorted, would have been about 1R, could have put stop to entry. That ended up just pumping out like crazy. New monthly open. Make sure you guys mark this on your chart. And now it's October. So what we're going to figure out is it October or October? So let's find out together, guys. And this, I'd say, is the most important area on the chart right now on, essentially what we're deciding to see happen. So this area, I'll give you guys the confluences right now. This area is the 618. So, this was the original dump that we all caught. Really nice move down, no drawdown. It's a high volume zone right here. You can see all this volume in the zone. And the place where we actually rejected from tonight about 30 minutes to an hour ago, that's the value area high. So that's the upper range of where the most volume has been traded. And we also have a weekly level right there. So for those that don't know, the weekly level is essentially a previous weekly open. And it's when there's a change of trend. So the previous weekly candle was green. The next one was red. So that area is a weekly level. These tend to be strong volume levels where, price kind of changes. It ended up changing trend here. And so it would make sense that we get a little reaction at least from here. Now we are rejecting for now. Doesn't mean, we fully rejected yet, but it does mean that this is a very important place to be paying attention. So the good news for the bulls is that we have this point of control area that we technically kind of went above. So I could see us coming down and retesting it here. And I think that will be the most important thing. By the time some of you watch this video, that might have already happened. But essentially, if you're bullish, you want to see this play out where we come down, we retest this pretty much support and resistance level that matches the point of control. And then you want us to bounce here and go to new all-time high. That's what the bulls want. The bearish case is if we come down here again and there's not enough buying pressure at this point of control and we lose it and come down again, and then we come up and reject it again, that's where it gets pretty bearish. And you can kind of expect these lows to get taken out, which is what that scenario is that we were kind of waiting for. Remember this purple box down here with the bigger point of control. So that is still in play, guys. You know, this looks like a ABC correction or WXY, but essentially you can even fib it, and you can see we hit the 1-to-1 fib literally perfect right there. If we come up again, we still have this 1.23, but structurally there's not a lot of, you know, volume in this area. So if we do flip this, I would probably expect all-time highs from here. The bullish scenario would be that this is a 1, 2, big wave 3, 4, 5, you know, take us to 130K plus. Bearish scenario wise, if we do break all-time high, is that this would be an expanded flat. And so we would probably reject right here 126K and then drop down, and we could hit this purple box in that scenario as well. So there's three main things that we're kind of looking for. Personally, I did take a short on this rejection of the weekly level. My stop is near entry. It originally was around here. I moved it here. Let's see what happens. I think it's good to short resistance level and, you know, just be patient here. What I saw on EXO charts too was pretty interesting. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, so I got EXO charts pulled up right here. So for those that haven't really seen this, this might look really insane to you, but basically it just measures the order flow and we can see what's going on. And so at this top candle right here, you can see on Bybit, we had 45 million, 56 million, and another 47 million of longs opening right at the top, which is pretty bearish. It means that, you know, all these pretty much noobs are just longing the top. Here's Binance's data, and you can see Binance is a bigger exchange, right? So 50 million here, 182 million, 54 million, all right at the top, and right smack when we hit the 1-to-1, when we hit the weekly, and when we hit the value area high. So for me, that was the trigger to enter. And you can see we're coming down now from there. We got a nice reaction off that level. Even off this low right here, you know, 19 million or so longs are coming in. So yeah, it's still too early to tell. I just wanted to make this video while we're in this zone because I want you guys to be prepared in case we do get some red candles down. You're not all, you know, confused because I saw Twitter and it looks pretty euphoric as well. But hey, if we do come down, flip this and go back up, that would be amazing for everybody's bags. But it is a little worrisome that we're rejecting from this zone right here. So I think tomorrow and Friday we'll get kind of our answer on whether this area holds or whether we continue up. But yeah, this is the most important thing, guys. I just wanted to make this video. If we do come down though, there is a few other good support areas that we've built along this path up. Number one is the monthly open. You know, even if we're bullish, we tend to retest that area. If we can hold above, that could be another reason for upside. And then weekly open is down here, which matches that support and resistance level down here. And that could be another interesting support zone for higher. You know, that would be crazy. Maybe some 1-2, 1-2 action, send us to the moon, 200K, you know, that could happen as well, guys. But there is too many possibilities to for sure be like, okay, you know, we're going to come down here. No, I can't say that right now. I just can give you all the possibilities while we're still in this range. You know, let's short resistance, let's long support, and let's be patient, and let's hopefully finally break this range to the upside or the downside. The thing is though, because this range is so big, I do think that whichever way it breaks might be kind of like the fake out. Um, and so we do have to be careful if we just teleport to all-time high and everyone's euphoric again. That could be the fake out, kind of triple wick right there, boom, and then down. That would be pretty bad, and that could be a bigger correction for sure. But if we do come down here, this would actually be really nice. Everyone would get bearish, and then I would be more convinced for a larger upside target, maybe like 140K or something like that. Because we'll build up so much liquidity, liquidate them all. Market makers will have huge positions, and then we can send it up. So yeah, I'm sorry this video was slightly longer than I wanted it to be, but I just wanted to show you all the scenarios and where we're at. Anyways, guys, make sure to subscribe, join Bit2Next for the best trading experience, and I'll see you all in the next video.